You just got your report. HbA1c 6.2%. The doctor said prediabetes and walked out. And now you're sitting there thinking, am I going to be diabetic for the rest of my life? Let me stop you right there, because what your doctor didn't tell you is that there is a window, a small, limited window where your body can still fully reverse this. No medication, no injections. But here's the scary part. That window is closing. In this video, I will show you exactly what prediabetes is, why most people never catch it in time, and the exact steps to reverse it before it's too late. So make sure you don't skip a single second of this video. So let's start from the very beginning. What is prediabetes? Your blood has sugar in it at all times. That's normal. But your body needs a hormone called insulin to move that sugar from your blood into your cells, where it gets used as energy. Now in prediabetes, that system starts breaking down. Your cells stop responding to insulin properly, so sugar starts building up in your blood. Not enough to be called diabetes, but enough for your body to be screaming at you, something is wrong. The numbers are simple. A normal HbA1c is below 5.7%. Diabetes is 6.5% and above. Prediabetes sits right in the middle, between 5.7% and 6.4%. That's it. That's the zone you're in. And here's what it does not mean. It does not mean you are diabetic. It does not mean you will become diabetic. And it absolutely does not mean your life is over. What it does mean is that your body is giving you a warning, a second chance, something most serious diseases never give you. The question is, are you going to listen to it? Here is something that will shock you. Right now, millions of people are walking around with prediabetes, going to work, eating, sleeping, living completely normal lives, and they have absolutely no idea that their body is already in danger. How is that possible? Because prediabetes has no symptoms, no pain, no fatigue, no warning sign. You feel completely fine, while your blood sugar is silently creeping up every single day. This is not rare. Studies show that 8 out of every 10 people with prediabetes have never been told they have it. Not because their doctor is careless, but because nobody tested them, nobody asked. And the most dangerous thing a person can say is, I feel fine, so I must be fine. Feeling fine means nothing when it comes to prediabetes. The only way to know is a simple blood test. An HbA1c test. It takes 5 minutes, it costs almost nothing, and it could be the most important test you ever take in your life. If you are over 30, overweight, or have diabetes in your family, you need to get this test done. Not tomorrow, now. Still with me? Good. Because what I'm about to tell you next, this is the part most doctors never have time to explain in a 10-minute appointment. And honestly, this is the part that changes everything. Most people find out they have prediabetes completely by accident. A routine checkup, a blood test for something else entirely, and suddenly a number on a report changes everything. But here's the real question nobody asks. How did it get there in the first place? Let me explain. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. Your body releases insulin to deal with it. Insulin's job is simple. It knocks on the door of your cells, the cells open up, sugar enters, and your blood sugar comes back down. That's how it works in a healthy body. But in prediabetes, your cells start ignoring that knock. Insulin is there, doing its job, knocking harder and harder, but your cells have stopped answering. So all that sugar stays outside, floating in your blood, with nowhere to go. And your pancreas, sensing the problem, starts producing even more insulin, desperately trying to get those cells to respond, silently, without you feeling a single thing. Until one day, it simply cannot keep up anymore. And that is the exact moment prediabetes crosses into diabetes. Here's what shocks most people. This isn't just happening to overweight people, thin people, active people, people who eat relatively well. This can be silently building inside them for 5 to 10 years, without a single symptom. Now listen carefully, because everything I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes, this is the part people wish someone had told them years earlier. This is where everything changes. Here is the most important thing I will say in this entire video. Prediabetes can be fully reversed, not managed, not slowed down, fully, completely reversed. Your HbA1c can go from 6.2% back to normal without medication, without injections, without any dramatic life changes that are impossible to maintain. But, and this is critical, there is a window. This window doesn't stay open forever. The longer your blood sugar stays elevated, the more tired your pancreas gets, the more resistant your cells become, and at some point, the damage becomes permanent. That window is roughly 6 to 12 months from the point of diagnosis, which means if you are watching this video right after getting your diagnosis, you are in the best possible position you could be in right now. You caught it in time. But here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They hear prediabetes and think, it's not diabetes yet, so I have time. They wait, they delay. They tell themselves they'll start next month, and slowly, that window closes. Don't let that be your story, because on the other side of that window, if you act, is a completely normal HbA1c. No medication, no complications, no diabetes. The choice is entirely yours, and the time to make it is right now. What if I told you that 3 simple daily habits could completely stop prediabetes from becoming diabetes? No gym membership, no expensive medication, no complicated diet plan that is impossible to follow. Just 3 things that you can start today. Let's talk about the first one, food. You don't need to stop eating everything you love, but there is one change that makes the biggest difference: reducing refined carbohydrates. White bread, white rice, and sugar spike your blood sugar faster than anything else. And every single spike puts more pressure on your already struggling pancreas. Replace them, even partially, with more vegetables, more protein, and more fiber. That one shift alone can dramatically slow down insulin resistance. The second habit is walking after meals. This one surprises most people. All you need is a 10-minute walk after each meal. After breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. That is less than 30 minutes of your entire day, and it can lower your post-meal blood sugar spike by up to 30%. The third habit is sleep, and this is the most ignored factor in blood sugar control. When you sleep less than 6 hours, your body produces more cortisol, and cortisol raises blood sugar. Every single night of poor sleep is quietly pushing your HbA1c in the wrong direction. Fix your sleep and you fix a massive piece of this puzzle. 3 habits. That is genuinely all it takes to start turning this around. Let me give you one number that I want you to remember after this video ends. 58%. That is exactly how much you can reduce your risk of developing diabetes, according to research, just by making lifestyle changes at the pre-diabetes stage. Not surgery, not lifelong medication. Just the 3 habits we just talked about, applied consistently. But that number only works if you act now. Because here is the reality of waiting. Every month that passes with elevated blood sugar is another month your pancreas is overworking. Another month your cells are becoming more resistant. Another month that window we talked about is getting smaller. The people who end up on daily medication, who develop nerve damage, who lose their eyesight, who end up on dialysis, they are not unlucky people. They are people who were exactly where you are right now and decided they had more time. You don't have more time. You have right now. If you have watched this far, you now know more about prediabetes than most people who have been living with it for years. You know what it is. You know why it happens. You know the window. You know the 3 habits. Now all that is left is to make the changes we talked about, starting today. But before you go, I want to leave you with one number. Every single year, between 5 to 10% of people with prediabetes silently cross the line into full type 2 diabetes. That sounds small, but when you consider that over 400 million people worldwide have prediabetes right now, that 5 to 10% is anywhere between 20 to 40 million people every year, crossing a line that didn't have to be crossed. That number can change, and it starts with awareness. If this video helped you, please share it right now. Share it with your parents, your siblings, your friends, your colleagues, because somewhere in your contact list, there is a person with slightly high sugar who has no idea what is happening inside their body. This video could be the moment that saves them. Don't stop sharing until this reaches everyone who needs it.